This video involves a collaboration with Grace. I'll be hosting an art challenge and merch giveaway. Watch until the end of the video to find out how you can participate and win some free stuff. Now back to the video. Hiya! Welcome once again to Starla's art studio. Unless you're new, then hiya, nice to virtually meet you. So based on votes in both my community tab and on Instagram, it was pretty close, but you all voted for this video to be more poses in dynamic angles. Okay, so to start us off, we're still on cartoon anatomy, so we're gonna take some dynamic poses and draw some of them in fun angles. For this video, we'll just go over some standing and maybe falling poses. For regular poses, just remember, try to keep it simple, break it down into shapes, but try to keep them between geometric and organic. We don't want it looking too stiff or too smushy, unless those are your styles, then have fun with your fun little shapes. And for anyone who feels they don't have a style, it's totally fine, gotta start somewhere. For angles that are high up or down low, I recommend using a box to guide your character. This doesn't mean to automatically limit your character in the box though, try to use it to help you with perspective. Boxes are easier to draw at an angle than a person, so try to use that to get an idea of what angle you want to draw the character in. Especially because when you start drawing a person in a certain angle, it can be kind of easy to start one way and then as you get down to the legs or halfway finished, it kind of shifts and starts looking kind of funny. Originally, I was just going to leave it there, but I did recently just kind of realize when around people who are new to drawing that cubes can also be a bit tricky to draw at different angles, so here are a few tips to keep your cuboidal companion in the best shape. So first off, when you draw the top and bottom rectangle or square, make sure the parallel lines or the lines directly across from each other are going in the same direction, at the same angle. Of course, depending on the angle, this will likely only count towards the horizontal lines of the top and bottom square. You'll see some examples here. For the vertical lines going up and down that connect these top and bottom squares, they may be spread out or in. This determines your angle. If you have a large square close to you and a small one over it that makes the vertical line skew up and in, you have a low angle looking up. It becomes a high angle looking down if you make a small square below the large square. If you're just practicing with cubes in different angles, you don't have to worry about this part, but if you're drawing characters inside the cubes and using it as a guide like I suggested earlier, then you don't want to draw it too dark. Keep it light, keep your pencil light, and don't push too hard on it unless you're drawing digitally, then it doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it. You could even draw it in a different layer if that makes it easier for you. A few more tips about the square placement for the top and bottom square. When the bottom square is further away from the top square in both size and placement, it can look like the viewer is in front of the box. If you make the smaller box closer to the top box in placement and size, it looks like the viewer is over the character. I'll show some examples here. You can play around a bit with the cubes, really. It can help you with perspective. Once you get used to it, or if you feel you already are used to the cubes, try drawing things inside of them. It doesn't have to be a character, it can be an apple, pillow, or whatever you feel comfortable with. After you practice with that, or you can just jump straight to this step anyways, you can start practicing characters in boxes. They don't have to be in any particularly complicated poses, but once you get used to just standing or arms out or leg in, then you can start playing around with it some more. Remember perspective. Perspective and proportions are the most important things that'll make the drawing look either kind of awkward or really get that ooh, wow angle. You may see it here, but when I get to things like limbs and the torso, I like to think of them as like cylinders or rounded boxes, but in the most loose way possible. Because if you can imagine a box and turning it, or a cylinder and turning it in different ways, and how it'll just kind of get smaller as it gets further away, but not too long, and still try to compare it and use the body as checkpoints. One of the easier ways to make sure things are about as long as they need to be is just using other parts of the body as checkpoints. Remember, shoulders a little bit past the head, elbows will go about to the pelvis, hands will be around the thigh area, and the leg sections will be about as long as the torso. Of course, it depends if you have a tall or short character, but again, try to use little things to make sure things don't seem too long or too short. And as you practice more, you'll get used to about how high or how low or far away from the viewer certain parts will be. And that's about it. Besides keeping a few tips in mind about placement and perspective, it really just takes practice. So you can either enjoy the music, mute it and follow along with the video, or you can save it and come back whenever you feel like drawing one of these poses. You'll hear again from me at the end about this special art contest and giveaway. So for now, just enjoy the video. Alrighty, so these are the dynamic poses and fun angles. Be sure to check them out, they will be on Pinterest, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or just look out for my community post to see when I'll have polls, questions, events, and giveaways. And speaking of events, I'm hosting a Draw This in Your Alternate Universe contest and giveaway. It's basically a Draw This in Your Style, but I want to encourage a lot of creativity. In a regular Draw This in Your Style challenge, I'd say you can draw their pose, shift the color palette to fit your style a bit, but I really want to emphasize the creativity part, the alternate universe part, because I want to see anyone who has a whole world to their art try it too. A realistic art style, a gothic moody style, cartoony, anime, food, animals, even plants. Just keep it safe for work, nothing inappropriate or controversial. I want to see you get creative with your interpretations of these characters. A fun spin to it where it's them, but in your artistic universe. I'm super excited about this, but before I say anything else, I want to say that this giveaway was made possible by a collaboration with Grace. Grace was so sweet to reach out to me about a collaboration and to check out some of their really cool items. If you haven't heard of them, Grace.com is a site where you can order all kinds of custom products like stickers, charms, washi tapes, pins, and a lot of cool stuff. You just upload your art based on the requirements, choose print type or methods like sparkly or clear for keychains, and you add accessories. They're awesome for artists looking for some items for their shops with low minimum order requirement, sample pack, and very helpful customer service. Just look at the ones I recently got from them. If you follow me on Instagram, you might recognize them. I designed all of these myself, and they brought them to the physical world. They look amazing, and I was so excited when they arrived. They were packaged really well, nice and snug, so I didn't have to worry about them being rattled around in an overly sized box. I'll be making a whole review on them very soon, so you'll get to see these and everything else I ordered from them. They'll all be available on my Etsy at Starla's Art Studio Shop. For the giveaway, this is the deadline. I'll try to feature as many entries as I can on my community tab and Instagram stories. There'll be 3 winners. Third place gets a simple icon or profile picture drawn by me. It can be of an OC or yourself. Second place gets a free keychain of their choice from my shop. First place gets a free keychain and 2 stickers or sticker sheet of their choice from my shop. You can check it out right here, link in description, my Etsy shop at Starla's Art Studio Shop. It's been a while since my last Draw This in Your Style challenge, so feel free to join and have fun. I'll be making a lot of posts about it, so feel free to share with anyone who might also want to join. These absolutely adorable keychains will be added to my shop and be a part of the giveaway. Once again, this is the deadline. Feel free to join for the contest or just for fun, and share with anyone else who might want to join too. I can't wait to see your submissions and to give some of these adorable items to some lucky winners. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you learned something and are excited about the contest. I also hope you have a stellar day. Bye!